The industry of agriculture and those who work within it are currently facing a critical issue, one that must be taken seriously and addressed efficiently if we wish to ensure global sustainability in the coming decades. Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Good morning, honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow contestants. Our world population is growing at an alarming rate. It is estimated that by 2050, the Earth will be home to over 9 billion people, and the global demand for food, a demand that must be met by producers, will nearly double. The question is, will producers be able to overcome this crucial challenge? And if so, how? Generation X witnessed the conception of computers. Millennials mastered the art of smartphones. My mom was taught how to tame dinosaurs. Okay, maybe not that last one, but my generation, known as Generation Z, has grown up with technology at the tips of our fingers. As years pass, we are becoming more technologically adept, making tasks in our daily lives quicker and easier. All this may seem irrelevant to the agriculture industry, but in reality, these advances contribute to the overall success of the sector and may be part of the answer to our world hunger crisis. With the world population expected to grow 34% in 33 years and farmers being faced with the looming resource shortage, the answer isn't simple to just grow more food. You see, farmers and individuals are restricted as the earth only has so much land to offer. Producers are constantly struggling to find more land to purchase or rent, whether it be for pasture or cropping. This creates an obstacle that is forcing farms to produce more with less land. Although initially this seems impractical for both farmers and consumers, our modern innovation allows us to increase the yield of our grain fields and grazing lands, all while working inside the resource cap. For example, crop fertilizers, pesticide use, and seed rotation boost our crop yields and minimize losses due to rodent and insect intervention. With this being said, the assistance of these crop-growing techniques still keeps a sustainable food system out of reach by 2050. We must continue to look for ways to improve. Agriculture biotechnology takes producers one more step towards feeding 9 billion mouths. This is a relatively new concept in which scientists use a collection of techniques to improve a plant's genetic makeup through splicing and editing. This will be used in the agriculture industry to provide new and more effective insect-protected and virus-resistant cereal strains, which will make our harvest yield higher. In addition, these biotech crops are becoming more readily available in developed and developing countries. In 2003, it was recorded that 7 million farmers in 18 countries were planting biologically engineered seeds. 85% of the 7 million farmers were resource-poor farmers in developing countries. This becomes key when wanting to increase our local and regional food production across the globe. Personally, I believe that there's a lot of potential in developing countries for agriculture sustainability. Currently, 50 to 90% of people in developing countries are already employed in the agriculture industry. But these farmers are still struggling to meet the demands of their population due to plant diseases, pests, drought, and low-quality soils. By increasing technology and resource access to these farmers, such as crops that are resistant to pests and diseases, using fertilizers and pesticides, and also by introducing modern farming practices, such as crop rotation to the local farmers, we would see a rise in their production rates and economic success. In order to combat our world hunger crisis, we must focus on these developing countries and get them the resources that they need in order to reach their full potential in the agriculture industry. With reliable and constant technological advancement, humans can and will adapt to our future. This issue cannot be conquered without a worldwide partnership between scientists, economists, engineers, and of course, farmers. There will be no simple solution to feeding 9 billion people by 2050, but I can guarantee that with innovation, our world's crisis will be solved. It may not be instantaneous, but surely, with time, we will prevail.